Hello and welcome. Yes, and we're making the trip. So hello, welcome to the Denver Music Gear Podcast, live from Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado. I'm Jacob.
Eric?
It's nice to see you all today.
Yes.
Today we're talking about picks.
Plectrums.
Plectrums. What pick is your pick?
Well, my pick is
we can get
which
to
pick
it.
is your pick? Yeah.
We can get to it, but like, there's all these different materials and
sizes,
prices,
thicknesses.
Like this is a free pick. You can come into Flipside Music and grab a couple of these on your way out. That's a free pick. This is like a, not a free pick. It's made of wood. You got your turquoise, got some bone.
Yeah.
You got your blue chip pick. I don't have one of those.
No, we need to get one for research.
But those are like $35. And why?
Right.
What's the difference? What's the hullabaloo?
I have found though over the years that a pick very much makes the difference on all of it. It's wild. Like,
Yes.
and even just like the tip of the pick.
Yeah, so you got like your super sharp tips, your kind of rounded tips.
You got your real dull. This is a stone one that we were carrying for a little bit. That I had a snag one that we all kind of like were a little dismissive at first. And then I tried one and I was like, I actually really kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dylan, I think, ended up buying a couple too. He's like, yeah. Because we get things in that aren't always like the normal. We're like, whatever. Like, sure. There's a lot of gimmicks in this industry.
For sure.
And some of them turn out to be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you get claims like these gravity picks where they're not going to wear out. I wore this thing down pretty significantly with not a lot of playing on it.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a little snake oil in this one, but this is a big thick felt pick. That's definitely going to have a different tone.
Yes.
And feel, and you're not going to shred with this thing.
No. I mean, I think those are ook players tend to use those a lot. But I also would use those on bass.
Yeah, that's what I was using it for.
Yeah.
Or I was trying some stuff.
Yeah, you get a cool sound like that with flat wounds or the tape wound strings on a bass. I mean, it's like thuddy. It's very thumpy.
Oh, yeah.
No definition.
Because I was joining some bands playing bass. And I was like, let me try some different.
See what's
out there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I tried this big stubby from Dunlop.
I remember when those came out when I was in high school. Or like when we first discovered those. And we thought they were the coolest things in the world.
3 millimeters.
That's thick.
It's a thick pick. It is fun to play with, though.
Mm-hmm.
I preferred a thinner pick. I've landed on these 88 Tortex pretty standard.
Now, do you use the flow?
I do.
Size?
This is a pick. This is like my pick that I use.
And this is like because this is like the 351. That's kind of the standard.
Yeah.
Size on there.
So like, this is where it started for me, and this is where I've ended up. Literally the Fender 88 to a Dunlop
Flow
88.
Yeah, I used.
And I tried all of these in between.
Yeah, for a long time I used the regular Tortex 88 like as a bass player. I thought that was a good thickness on that. It seemed always to work well. I remember using a .73 at a rehearsal one time, and like we were doing a real fast, like no, and it was just like putting that thing on a belt sander. It just like, like literally, I went through 3 picks in one song. It just was like, and then they would just disappear. I think it was like it might have been like a medium kind of celluloid.
Oh, like more like this.
Yeah, like
this
that style. Yeah, it was like one of those that I think it was just some we had laying around, and I forgot whatever picks I normally use.
I can't use these because the same thing. I just shred.
Yeah.
They just disappear.
But on acoustic guitars, sometimes they sound really good.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's, that's the thing that we're kind of covering today is you may have gotten one of these for free at some point.
Yeah.
But maybe try some other things. Even though this may be the ticket, you want to try some... You want to take the whole journey before... Like this. They're basically the same pick.
Just a little bit.
But they are different because what I've... Like, personally, I like to tuck the pick. I like to play fingerstyle and with the pick. But I'll tuck it. So I tuck it here.
Sure.
In between this little bend in my middle finger. And this pick is just a touch too long. Mm-hmm. It fits, but it's not as comfortable.
See, and I settled on a lot of the jazz style picks. Like, I had a friend. Can you flip over to this camera?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I had a friend that had me order these. It was actually these Dappa picks. The red ones I just reordered and got the wrong ones. But I like them. But I like this jazz style, and he had me order a small bag, and he just gave me one. And it's got the nice, like, rubber grip to it. It's thick. It's still got some flex to it. Mm-hmm. These tips do wear down really fast. Like, I find that. But especially when I'm playing bass, like that old Barry Oakley stuff, like, I like to hold my pick pretty tight on there and have a lot more control. Whereas, like, on something like this, you've got so much extra. Or it's digging in, so it's kind of like where you holding your pick on there. And that seems to make, like... So for me, like, when I'm playing, I like this kind of size pick because I don't have anything extra in here. I've got nice tight control for that. But at the same time, if you're playing an acoustic guitar and you're doing, like, rhythm and you want it real light and airy, like... Maybe like
a 50.
A 50 or like the Fender Thin kind of classic pick. And I had a customer whose wife had passed away. This was a long time ago and stuff, but he would only play the green Fender medium picks, and that was it. No, it was the kind of like this, but the green.
Oh, the celluloid
pick on there. Like, that was the only pick he would play because, like, his wife's favorite color was green. And,
oh, how sweet!
It was one of those things where he's like, I only play green on there, and you like that, that thickness, and he's very much in that. That was it.
Yep.
But
and as an aesthetic choice, I wanted to play these. I wanted to play the 60s because they're orange, which is my favorite color.
Right.
But
it's too thin.
Too thin. So I went back to the green.
And usually I tell people to start with like a 60, a .73, because the 88 is a little thick.
It's a little thick, yeah.
Like...
I'd say the 73 is like your standard.
I think that's what we run out of first.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
And probably not this one. Probably more like this style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many.
So many. And then you can get so these are all...
And guitar players are picky.
And these are almost all made of plastic. We've got a rubber one, we've got a felt one, but these are pretty much all plastic. There's a bone one. But, you got your turquoise, wood, more bone, some sort of rock.
That's cool.
Some more wood ones. I believe this is like another rock. And they all sound different.
Yeah.
Why don't you grab the acoustic and show off a couple of these things?
Let's just start with the classic. Here, actually, start since we got an acoustic. Let's start with a little. Well, should we go thin to heavier?
Sure.
So yeah, if you got a nice thin.
And that's a 0.5, right? 50?
Yeah, this is the 0.5. Would you get that little swish across the string?
Yep, you get that rake.
No, but like it does feel like it moves a lot too, and like.
And I can hear it moving.
Yeah. You know, but if you jump up to that 0.6,
It's a little more stout, a little more tight.
yeah, you get a little more volume out of it. And then you get to that 0.73.
Almost a little more bottom end.
Yeah. And just even like playing
Like fuller,
it too,
I guess.
you know, that 0.88.
And maybe it's the playing style of the,
Yeah,
like,
'cause-
it's thicker so you can dig in a little more.
On there. I mean, that just like feels just moving around instead of just doing your. Like that feels very stiff, right?
Mhm.
But if you're doing more of that kind of thing, it does hold a lot
Mhm.
more, and that's why I mean I've always kind of gone with that.
And so what thickness is that?
I'm guessing this is probably like.
Close to a 1?
Yeah, it's maybe even a little bit thicker than that, just a little sturdier. But like the one thing that I always find with how you're playing it too is like because that pick is moving when
Mhm.
you're striking the string, and so if you're trying to get that deal going on, if you're trying to play faster, that thin pick is that's still flexing. It's not
Yeah,
it's not even on the other side of the string hardly, probably.
not if you're going fast.
Yeah, if you want to do that, and that's to me a lot where the point matters too. Like playing on these two with the little rounded edges on there, you can definitely feel a difference.
There's a little more drag than,
Yeah,
say, like something like that.
yeah, where you don't have that the clarity of the attack on the string too. Like I'd like to try this guy real quick.
Because then...
He's got a sharp tip.
Here, put it right here.
Look at how sharp that tip is.
And this is a quartz or something.
What? See, that's
Much more stout.
yeah.
And then is that, like with bluegrass players, they like that stout thickness,
Yeah, I think.
but then they kind of like the rounded off.
I know mandolin players tend to like that rounded off.
Yeah, round it off.
You joining us?
I don't know, I'm gonna sneak in and say hello.
But yeah, and then you've got picks, and then you've got Ike picks.
Hey.
Ah!
What's your pick?
Blue.
Oh, we don't have any blue.
You like the 1.0s? Really?
Yeah.
That's a thick one. You got those big hands though. You can-
Yeah, I like the one or even the 1.4s.
1.5s.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I says. That's what I says.
Do I have a 1.5? This is probably closest to like a 1.5. Might even be a 2.
Yeah, that's a thickie.
That's a 2.
Gravity JHS pedals.
They used to come in with the pedals, but they got too expensive.
Yeah, then they start costing more money.
Yep.
Josh has got city to buy.
Yep.
What's going on, kids? How's it going? How's everybody doing out there? You got a chat going? No?
Oh yeah, it's there somewhere.
Did you access this through the thing?
Yeah, this is through mine.
Look at that. We're making progress.
It didn't ask me for a 24-hour waiting period or anything.
No.
No?
No.
That's what YouTube's going to start doing, to control.
That was so bizarre.
It's like, you have to wait 24 hours to do this.
We're a half hour late because YouTube wanted to make us wait a whole day.
So
Yeah,
we're actually early.
for some goofy things to
Yeah.
happen. It's all right. What are you guys talking about?
I'm talking
What's
about
up?
picks.
Plectrums.
Plectrums. Oh,
Plectrum.
What pick is your pick?
Dunlop Durlin? No.
Delrin.
Delrin.
Delrin?
That's it. Dunlop Delrin Blue. That's.
And how long did it take you to land? And are you like tried and true on that, or do you ever?
So that's my preferred, like the thickness. But I'll play like star picks. I like those because they got the little
Grippy.
star in the middle, so that's kind of cool. I've played the Jazz 3s aren't bad, so those are decent. But the jumbo ones, because the regular Jazz 3s I can't play them; they're way too small. So it's like it needs to be the jumbo for big fat sausage fingers.
This one? Or bigger?
Bigger.
Bigger.
I don't like. Yeah, those are okay, but I've kind of landed on the.
You'd probably like this one. I really like that pick.
That was a little thick, a little too thick.
I got that at NAM.
But I like the shape.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the regular your standard. What is it? The 354? Is that what the code
351 is the
is? 351 for your standard
like
pick.
the
This one.
big
Yeah, that's
guy.
what I usually use. Button green or red.
Blue.
Or blue. See, that's why the coffee is in hand.
Red is way too thin.
Espresso.
Yeah.
Espresso.
I'd
I
like
need
to
some
see Ike Fan
espresso
a
because I
red pick.
can't think straight. But a lot of times I'll play with just fingers too, because when I was younger, I used to work a lot, so I didn't get to the music store a lot, and I would lose picks and all shit like that, and then I just started using my fingers, and so I've gotten actually pretty decent doing it that way too. So if I don't have a pick, I'm like, nah, I'm not lost without it,
Mm-hmm.
and it adds to some certain things. I mean, I'm not
There's a tone.
the world's greatest player, but I can get by without a pick if I had to. So if I dropped it like while you're playing, I can still kind of get through.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly like playing a lot of acoustic. I tend to not use a pick.
Mm.
I tend to like using my finger styles more too. And I played with a lot of great finger style guitar players over the years too. And like some of them are using thumb picks, which like I've heard just takes a long time to get used to.
I tried that and I was like,
Yeah.
this is not for me.
I gave it a try and was like, nope.
It was kind of like the best way to explain it for me was, did you ever see the videos on like TikTok or whatever when people put like little boots on their dog and the dog just can't
do it.
can't do it, and it's like, this is the most.
Like they've forgotten how to walk.
That's pretty
Right.
much how, like, trying to put a thumb pick is like, that's just picture that video, me doing like that.
I had a buddy who we were working at this guitar shop together, and he took a pick one day and he was like cutting it apart, and he tried super gluing it onto his thumb, and like he goes to hit it, and he goes, he's like, "Ow!" He like
Did it pop
Did
his?
he rip his-
it almost ripped his thumbnail off. It was one of the funniest things because I was like, it's not gonna work.
Gotta know more juice.
It's got no more juice. Hey, you like the juice?
Yeah,
You like the juice?
Yeah, we forgot to charge that one up, I guess.
It's okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to pop in for a minute. Hope everybody's having a good day out there. Everybody who's watching.
You ever played with a coin?
I've tried that because I was like, oh, Billy Gibbons uses a coin. And then I tried it with a quarter, and I'm like, this is stupid. I didn't realize
It's a
it was
quarter.
actually shaped. I was just playing with a round quarter, and I'm like, this is dumb. Or a dime, it was, I think.
I had for a bit
Here's a 50-cent piece. Old John Kennedy.
like made into a pick
Yeah.
size. That's
Is,
wild.
is it made out of silver?
So you can't buy a soda pop.
Because those
with
old
this.
ones, they were made out of silver.
Oh, maybe.
Silver's Silver's up. It's the truth.
Yeah, let me see this.
Because everybody's like, I can't afford
This
gold
looks like it
no
came
more,
off a
so I'm gonna go
necklace.
for silver.
I think it was.
It's not a silver one.
It came out of a. There were these like magazines back in the day where you could order gifts,
Yeah.
Oh.
personalize them. So these were all my like Christmas gifts every year.
Nice. So, yeah, I sold some metal picks at one
You're like,
point.
I gave myself some really
Oh,
nice
here's
stuff
some.
a couple of years.
That's probably silver.
Oh, you can tell by the side. Yeah,
Bite
it could
it.
be.
That's a real old coin.
Let's see how this
It could
thing
be.
sounds.
Because you could see the alloy in the middle and the new shit.
Oh,
Oh no, we faded away. Oh no.
Oh, God, we're back.
Oh, hey, look, now it's I am Handman. Haha.
so yeah, I don't know if you've heard of Brian May using a sixpence.
Mm.
That's his preferred pick, which I believe is the same thickness as about a quarter.
Yeah, that's really thick.
It's very thick. And unforgiving.
Oh yeah.
There is no give.
No.
See, that's why I like the 1 mils. Like, there's not a lot of give to that. But if I play acoustic, I'll go down to the greens
Mm-hmm.
because I want a little more flexibility with it.
Yeah.
All right. Adios, everybody. You guys have a good time. I'm gonna go back to my coffee and making a list of shit to do.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That's
stopping
what I
in.
do, you know, just making sure everything's going good. It's my job here. Making sure everybody's, you know, knocking it out of the park. And boy, you guys are doing that.
Nice.
Well, thank you.
Home runs. All around.
Home run, fellas. Home run.
We're trying.
I'll see you guys later.
Cool.
Bye, everybody.
Get back to your hole.
I'm going back to my hole.
Yeah, I tried using some metal picks one time. I had a friend that asked me to order some, and there's a company that, you know, I got them in. And they had some real thin metal picks, which
Mhm.
are kind of cool. Because they had the flex to it, but they were super bright.
Yeah, that's
Like,
if you want to pick up the acoustic again, we can go through the differences of a couple of these weird
yeah.
materials.
Like,
So this is a 50-cent piece.
that's
It's very warm.
this one is warm.
It's like rich. Ha! It's money.
It is
It's
money.
rich.
But like, I remember trying one of the real thick ones, and I put it on bass, and I hit my low E, and I got like a jolt all the way up my arm. Like, it hurt.
Oh.
I mean, it was so painful, and I was like, no, I'm not using these ones at all. I don't know what I did with those, but so what is this one then?
So that's a quarter.
This is a quarter.
And a Tennessee quarter at that.
I don't know. I thought I knew a Tennessee song.
But then play that compared to like
The
the turquoise.
turquoise.
Of-
Definitely a little brighter.
Yeah, and of the alternative picks, I really like that one a
Yeah.
lot.
This one's got a nice, like, you want to do the thing. Like, the way it's rounded feels really nice across the strings. Because I think that matters a lot, too.
The
like,
bevel.
the bevel, that's nice term on there. Like, these are very sharp. So it's, yeah, let me try this wood one.
And you can kind of see the bevel on that one.
Yeah. Let's see how this one feels and sounds. That's got a lot more.
It's, for lack of a better term, woody.
Yeah.
It's very rich and warm, but there's a brightness to it.
Yeah. That's not overpowering.
No.
I like this one.
And see, it's worth having the lot if you're a studio musician or a producer and just trying to get different. It also makes you play different.
It very much does.
Because you
Because,
can't...
like, having this extra in the hand is, like, different for me for being used to playing with the smaller ones, too. Like, this one, I think, is that the same size? It is. And some have that little indentation,
Oh, like a little grip hold thing.
kind of where your thumb sits
Mm-hmm.
on there.
And that's a thicker wood one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, that tip really matters, I think, too, just because, like, getting to the string, getting across the string on there.
And, you know, I don't know if you'd hear the differences as much on an electric that has maybe like fuzz and delay and stuff.
Yeah,
It'd be more about your feel, like how you're playing.
yeah,
But
definitely.
on acoustic,
Yeah, it's pretty drastic on there.
you're kind of mixing the record before. You're
Right.
like, no, I want it a little brighter, so we'll go with the.
Yeah, we're going to go with one of these things on there and stuff, too. I also have seen, like, other picks, too, like, shop I worked at a long time ago, I found a bag of the stylus picks. Did you ever see those? It was like,
It looked like a little pen tip.
yeah,
Yeah.
and this, you know, like a flag on the bottom. I was like, what? And it was like the speed metal players.
Because there was like no resistance.
Yeah, they would sit there and it was, you know, and like just go at it, and like that was such a weird thing to try and play. Like I picked one up, played around with it. I was like, no, it's not for me. But
It's probably one of those things that there's a very specific player out there who was like, I've been waiting for this
yeah,
forever.
we had one customer that would come in and buy them once in a while.
Want to hear this one real quick?
Oh,
So-
the felt pick.
Yeah, so like in comparison, do like this
A
wood
wood?
one real quick. And it's quieter too than some of the
Yeah,
others.
well, even the different woods are different. Like that one's definitely brighter.
And that's more bottom end. And so then I'm gonna have Eric try the. This is a felt pick, and it's like 3 millimeters. It's like you put it in a closet. Like it's like I put you in a closet
Right.
just now.
It's like what people listen in the apartment across the hallway probably they hear me.
Yep.
You cannot do a finger style. This is all strumming though. You can't. I can't even get the pick so thick you can't get it between the strings. Yeah, this rubber pick was kind of neat too.
It's almost a thing where you record the intro part with
Yeah.
that, and then you switch to the wood pick, and then it's like it opens up,
Yeah.
and you didn't have to mix anything. That's totally awesome.
That's what you do. You got your little tray of stuff, and you're like, intro.
Yeah. You're like, solo, I need this.
I'd have to use my Dava
Who
pick for
even
a
knows
solo.
what this thing is? But I've noticed that too, like with like my normal playing, I really like to hammer the guitar, so like this works great. But then like on Maris Monday, when we're playing less bashy stuff,
Yeah.
I really like the like finesse of this 2 millimeter. Like it
Yeah.
just works for some reason. And I've never liked thick picks ever. But I found this one at NAMM, and I was so happy. And yeah, so you probably get picks for free from your, pedal companies like Walrus or Old Blood
Maris.
or Maris. And you know,
Nice.
earthquaker devices, you just try them all because they're all very different. Like this Maris pick is very thin. This Stringjoy pick is very thick. And then that allows you to try and figure out what you like and what works for your style. Because like in a lot of demos that I've... Maybe this isn't the trend so much anymore, but being like, this is crap. It's like, no, it's just not right
not
for
for-
your application today.
Yeah.
And so, just because it's not right for you today doesn't mean it won't be right for you tomorrow or a year from
Or a
now.
different time.
Or like,
Yeah, I've literally been doing like studio sessions where we're sitting there and it's like, you know, the guitar player's just like doing their thing, and I was like, hey, try this one.
yeah.
And all of a sudden it sounds right,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Because it's going to fit the soul of...
Because
the
it's
thing.
it's one thing. There's that, you know, maybe this is a broader discussion too, but like the difference between performing live
Mm-hmm.
and performing in a recording application.
Wildly different scenario.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, recording is a time where you probably are using things that you're not going to necessarily bring out on the road
Mm-hmm.
on there. I mean, I did that just Salads and Sunbeams was doing some recording. We're doing a 12-string thing, and I was like, as much as I love my Dava picks, and that's what I perform with all the time, you know, like these are my kind of go-to on there. We were doing like a 12-string kind of thing, real washy, and I ended up using like a much thinner pick
Mhm.
on there just because we wanted that washiness of the 12-string a lot more on there. And it worked because we had already recorded it once.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it was fine. But he's like, I really want more of that 12-string to come out. It sound less like an electric.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do it again, you know, and tried different amps, some different pedals, you know, and stuff like that. And then we got it, and it sounded way better.
And right.
And right.
For the thing.
But it also took me a couple times playing through it because I wasn't used to the playing with that pick, you know, like it was here, I did bring my capo.
So it might be worth even just that of practicing with these different things for those different scenarios that
Yeah.
may come up.
Because yeah, we were doing something like
And you grabbed the 50.
yeah, I grabbed a real thin pick. That's not focused, but anyways. But yeah, the real thin one, and you get that nice little washy. But it was harder doing that kind of finger picking thing with this.
When you're more used to your...
You used to having that like,
a little resistance.
yeah. And I was on an electric 12-string, so there's twice as many strings. And
Yep.
like, took an extra minute to get used to that, but we got it, and it sounded great. But that's how we got the sound that we wanted,
Mhm.
you know. And that was like, okay, because I'm very familiar with that too. Is you record something and then you finish it, and you're like, I don't like I wish I could change that.
Yep.
But you can't.
Nope.
You know, a live performance, it's done and it's over.
And that happens so fast that like some of those subtleties are even lost
Right.
just in the shuffle of things.
Yeah. And
But-
everything else, but like in a recording aspect, everything can be isolated and
It's under
fixed.
a microscope.
Yep. And you can just sit there and you can nitpick it till you never release it.
Nit pick
Pick.
it. But I think that's our time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll send you on your way to Texas Toast for their show and then on for Dylan Talks Tone and the Guitar Extravaganza, if that's still a thing. But we really appreciate you joining us this week. If you could like, subscribe, share with your friends. We've got the Denver Music Gear Expo coming up in June.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out for
It's gonna
that.
be pretty cool.
Super
So.
cool. we're gonna have a lot of these people out.
Maybe you'll get some free picks.
Oh, I'm sure there's all sorts of free picks at something
Yeah.
like that. That's a great place to get your picks and try out new
Yes.
things. But yeah, I guess I've been Jacob,
Eric,
and we'll catch you
on the flip side.
on the flip side.